What is up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or of course welcome if you are new. If you don't know me, my name is Finn. I've had quite a substantial YouTube break, but now I am back with minimalism and sustainable living content, hopefully, if all goes to plan. So if that's something that might interest you, then hi! I might see you again in the future. If you guys are anything like me and you have started this kind of minimalism decluttering journey, you might be similar to me in that it was actually very difficult to kind of let go of things. It can be difficult. Sometimes items have got significant memory values and that's the reason why it's so hard to get rid of them. Not great. I've not long woken up, I need my tea. I've collated a list of 5 things you can declutter right now that hold almost no sentimental value. So it's nice and easy. You can just get rid of them in a nice, sustainable way, donate them to the charity shop, send them to an electronics bin. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this video. So I'm just going to start with the most sentimental thing in this non-sentimental list will be cards, such as Christmas cards and birthday cards. Now I have been very unfortunate in my life where I've lost quite a few really close people, so every year I keep the cards from that year because, I mean, in my mind I'm not sure if that's the last card I'm ever going to get from that person, so I keep all of my cards from one year, but then the next year I get rid of these ones, if that makes sense, so it's constantly overturning. I'd probably suggest going through all of your cards because you probably have 6 or 7 birthday cards from the same person and you don't need 6 or 7. If you really want to keep one, then keep one, you know, because minimalism isn't about just getting rid of everything. It's about having things in your life that are substantial to you and really like bring joy as such. Keep the ones that mean something, but just get rid of the ones that don't. There's no point in keeping them. So that one was the most sentimental item on this list. The rest are completely non-sentimental, I promise you. So number 2 is actually receipts. You do not need all of the receipts that you've been hoarding, and I know this because I was a hoarder of receipts. I went through all of my receipt drawer. The receipts were like this big, which just goes to show how much I was overspending, because that's ridiculous. If you go right to the bottom, some of them are so old, the ink had gone. So what was the point in me having this teeny bit of paper with nothing on it? There was no point. So yeah, I went through all of them. I peeled out the things with like electronics brands, like Currys receipts, mainly because they come with like 2-year warranties and things. But everything else I just got rid of. If I've got a clothes receipt that's over 6 months old, there's no way I'm going to be able to take that piece of clothing back, so there's just no point in keeping it. Decluttering item number 3 are unused or unknown what they're for cords and wires. So I'll be honest, most families and most households can actually get away with just 2 wires, a USB Type-C and a micro USB, or if you're an iPhone household, which we are as well, an iPhone adapter. 3 wires. That's all you really need, unless you have certain things that come with like Xboxes or Switches or whatever. Everything else can go. If you're looking at a massive bundle of, like a massive drawer full of tangled, intertwined wires, and you have no idea what they're for, just get rid of them, because you're not using them. You don't know what they're for. You don't know if they're going to be compatible with anything in the future. They can leave your life. So the next item you can get rid of are unread books, or books you are never going to read again, and DVDs aside that you're never going to watch again. I went right through my books and I genuinely got rid of about 15 books that I'm either not going to read, or I read them once, am I going to read them again? No, I'm not. I kept 5, I think, that are my favourite books. By the way, one of those is Adam Kay's This Is Going to Hurt, and I know the BBC came out with a series and everyone, like I say everyone, a lot of people liked it. 100%, the book was so much better. Please go and read the book. Just download the Kindle version or go and get yourself a copy. But yeah, that one's staying. Other than that, all of my other books can just go. They're just causing me clutter and making me feel guilty because I bought them and I've not yet read them. And then the same thing goes for DVDs. If you're not watching it or reaching for it, there is no point. Further to this, we now have this amazing magic thing called Netflix and Disney Plus and Amazon Prime. So if you want to watch a film, there's thousands upon thousands on those apps. you don't need to have the hard copy in your house if you're not watching it. Ultimately, if you're keeping these items out of guilt, you don't own the items, they now own you, which is not what you want. So yeah, just get rid. They can have a new life somewhere else. Next on my little list is old iPhone photos. Now these can be sentimental, so back them up first. Plug them into your computer, put them in a folder, and then delete them from your phone. There's no need to have 2,000 photos on your phone. It's just so cluttering. And further to that, go through them. Like, pick aside a few hours to go through the items and go through the photos. Only keep the ones you genuinely want to look back on. The amount of screenshots I have of like pizza and food, and you can see where this is going, the amount of screenshots that I had that I just don't care about. Like, I don't know why I screenshot it in the first place. It was probably to send it to someone, and it was just cluttering my phone. So yeah, back up and delete. I think I might have numbered these very wrong, which is, you know, I don't surprise myself because I'm not very good with numbers, but I do have one more, and the last one was bathroom products that you don't like. It's okay to get rid of items that you don't like before using them up, and which is something that I really had to come to terms with, because the minimalist that I want to be is arguing with the zero waster that I also really want to be. And yeah, it's okay. We're all different and we all have different skin types and hair types, facial sensitivities. If you buy a product and it doesn't work for you, you can get rid of it and without feeling guilty. If you want to get rid of it in a more sustainable way, you can donate it to women's shelters or homeless shelters. So there's lots of different places and avenues you can go down in order to donate it in a more sustainable manner. You don't just have to throw it in the bin. But that said, if your only option is to throw it in the bin, throw it in the bin. Like, you're not using it. At that point in your life, it's trash because it doesn't work for you. Don't feel guilty about it, just bin it. That is my list of 5 or 6, dependent upon how I counted, things you can get rid of today if you wanted to, with minimal sentimental value. So yeah, I really hope that you found this somewhat helpful, maybe. What am I trying to say? I'm basically trying to say that if you liked the video and you liked me, then please consider subscribing, because that is half of the criteria to a subscription. You have to kind of like the content and the person. But yeah, it might be a little bit too soon to ask, but yeah, consider it. If you like it, then come along. I really hope your decluttering journey is going well as well. I know it can be quite tough, especially to begin with, because it feels like you're letting go of so much stuff. But give it a few weeks, see it through, and you will start to feel a lot happier and a lot lighter. There's also something that I really want to do at the end of all of my videos. Let me go and get them, bear with me. One of my things that made the cut with decluttering is that I got these cards. My friend bought them for me when I was having a bit of a rough time, and oh, I love them. So they're basically like little inspirational quote cards. If you want them yourself, then just type them into Amazon and you can find them. But you don't have to, because I have them for all of us. So I'm just going to cut them in half, and then whatever quote comes up is going to be your quote for the week. So here is your quote for the week. It says, "Today is a new day," and that is perfect for today's video. So take that quote, try and implement it into your life this week until we go to next week's video, and just remember that every day is a new day. If you fail today, you've not failed, you've just postponed the start date, okay? It's probably not the best way to put it, but you've not failed if you're trying. If you're trying, it's so much better than not trying at all. I'll commend anyone for trying this kind of lifestyle, because in the beginning it is bloody hard, I'm not gonna lie. So that is everything. Stay safe, thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next YouTube video. Until then, love you, bye.